Yo, what's going on? How everybody doing? Today is Friday, May 2nd. Friday. The week is over. It's over, y'all. It's over. How everybody out there doing? Oh, I won't let me turn it off. Alright, well. So, got a couple things this morning, right? Y'all remember I told y'all I take a weekly drug test, right? Not for no probation, so I ain't on probation or nothing, right? So I called this morning, right? I had to ask him something. I called this morning, right? And when I call, I'm like, I want to hear my test results, right? For my drug test. They tell me that I got fentanyl in my system, which I know they a motherfucking lie, right? So mind you, I'm like, wait, what? I got no motherfucking fentanyl in my system. I don't use no motherfucking drugs. I only smoke weed, right? So I'm at this point, I'm kind of feeling some type of way, but I'm listening, right? Um, so I'm asking my counselor, right? I'm like, well, you my counselor, right? Do you think I used or something? She like, well, I'm just telling you the results, right? I'm like, wait, you think that I used? So at this point, I'm feeling discouraged, right? And I want this to be a teaching lesson to everybody, right? So now at this point, I'm mad, I'm discouraged. I'm like, how dare you? I ain't used right? Now, mind you, the first test that I had, my first clean UA, right? They told me that I didn't even have marijuana in my system, and I knew that was a lie because I smoked, right? But that told me that they system something wrong with it, right? So when this shit happened today, I'm mad, I'm snapping, right? So I ended up going in there, you know, and this is why we shouldn't jump to conclusions, right? And this is why also it's always a better way to deliver something, right? So basically, what they tell me, okay, so it's levels, right? The cutoff level is 1.1, right? That's the lowest level, right? My level is 1.3, which means that the level that I got in mine, which means that doesn't come from using drugs, that comes from cross contamination, meaning since I smoke weed, a motherfucker could have been touching fentanyl and touched my weed, right? Now, I'm grateful, right? I'm grateful because that let me know that somebody I'm buying weed from is cross contaminated, is touching fentanyl, right? That's what that told me, right? And it let me know that now I got to be wary on who I'm getting weed from and all of that, right? So I went in, right? I got facts. I got facts. Okay. When I was using drugs, my level was at 229.7. That's what my level was, right, when I was using, right? 229.7. Those are overdose levels. Those are dying levels, right? My levels now is at 1.3. Y'all hear that, right? I went from 229.7 to 1.3. So like they explained to me, the levels that's in my system is not from using. When you use, your levels will be way much higher. This is from cross contamination. So they told me if I would have waited at least one day to take that drug test, it wouldn't have been in my system. But now, me being sober, for a little bit more than a month, that kind of shit, discourage a motherfucker, right? When you hear shit like that, because you feel like, man, I didn't work hard, I didn't did this, and then you hear some BS, and you be like, man, fuck this shit, I give up, right? No, don't do that. Listen, to backtrack always takes more. it's always gonna take more, right? But we gotta keep going forward. You must push forward, right? I got more to lose than anybody. I got way more to lose than anybody, right? And that's why I felt some type of way when the motherfucker telling me that, you know, um, it the test came back positive for fentanyl, right? But she should have just explained it better, right? Like, well, this is the cutoff level is 1.1. You at 1.3, so you have the smallest amount in your system, which comes from cross contamination, right? Now, that put me on game, right? Because that shit let me know that somebody, the shit, and the shit is in the weed. Motherfuckers touching it, right? So now, that shit got me scared and spooked, right? And now I'm like, okay, now I'm finna be more even if I gotta go to Cali or Chicago to go to the dispensary, man. I gotta do that. I cannot get weed from the streets no more because, like I said, I can't afford to have that shit in my system, man. Let's say that shit would have made me overdose, right? The fuck, like, so that was a whole, it was a teaching lesson. It was a teaching moment, it let me know that to keep going. It let me know it's gonna be a lot of times, where some shit happened that I ain't gonna like, right? And that don't mean give up. That do not mean give up. Cause when I first heard it, I was mad. Man, fuck this shit. Oh hell no, I'm ready to give up. Cause that's what we used to doing. It's so easier to say fuck some shit than to say, well, I'm gonna continue, right? We naturally good at saying fuck it, right? When sometimes, man, it ain't even worth it, right? Everything happens for a reason. I take that shit as a stepping stone. I take that shit as a learning lesson, right? Because I could have had some weed around and, motherfucker would have touched it and overdosed. You get what I'm saying? So I'm glad that, that they tested. I'm glad that they was able to catch that shit on mine because that let me know, right? That let me know that be wary of my weed, right? And I done heard stories about people testing positive for fentanyl, right? And they ain't never used. And I used to be scared, like, man, I hope that shit don't happen to me. Hope that shit don't happen to me, right? And then what? It happens to me, right? So now that just means I either gotta stop, I either gotta watch where I get my shit from, you know. But, it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna let that discourage me. I got that heat for y'all. What y'all think about this? Hey, listen, I'm finna start a new thing too. Fashion drip, right? I'm gonna show y'all how to put that shit on. I'm gonna show you how to put that shit on. I'm gonna show you how to put that shit on. I'm gonna show you how to put that shit on. I ain't gonna wear this with this, but I got some shit though. I'm gonna start a new thing, right? Man, just you want to pay attention to what I'm wearing, right? You want to pay attention to the latest drip, I ain't finna be giving y'all everything though. Oh yeah, and this thick too. This like a rug. They got that shit. They got that shit, nigga. I put that shit on, baby. Put that shit on. Telling you, man, don't listen. I ain't gonna lie, right? That's my number one love is fashion, dressing. Anybody know me know. I used to collect shoes. I used to be big into my dressing. As I got to fucking with the drugs, I started letting myself go. I'm back, baby. I'm back. Just know your boy back, baby. Listen, man. Listen, it's going down, man. Just know that, man. Just know that it's going down, baby. Oh, y'all can't hear my music, but yeah, man. Oh, Avion got them too. Oh, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Hey. Hey, I got a motto, right? One ball, we all ball. I don't play that. It ain't just, hey, you'll never see me with no shit, with designer shit, and my son ain't got none. You'll never see that. You know, y'all probably thinking like, yeah, them the same shoes. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We don't play this shit. We don't play this shit. We don't play this shit, baby. We don't play this shit. One motherfucker don't just put that shit on around here. Everybody put that shit on, nigga. The fuck you talking about? I get tired of seeing people wear the daddy fresh as hell, the mama fresh, and then you see the kids with Payless on. You see kids with motherfucking, you know, and I know don't, you know, that type of shit don't matter, right? But you will never see me fresh to death and see my kids or even my girl. You just will never see that, man. One ball, we all ball, nigga. Anytime if I go buy something, trust me, everybody got them bitches. Everybody. But yeah, man, put that shit on, man. Yeah, man, tell a punk bitch, hey, you like me, baby, hey, sock it to my motherfucking pocket, you feel me? No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man, I got a couple, I'm gonna bring y'all a couple videos today, man. I'm gonna bring y'all a couple videos today, man. Do a little bit of, editing and shit, yeah, I got a couple videos for y'all today. I ain't gonna let this be that long, man. But hey, y'all have a good day, man. Everybody be safe, man. I hope y'all have a nice, wonderful Friday. Turn up. I hope, man. Hey, be safe out here today. Be safe out here tonight. Hey, it's the freaking weekend, baby.